Greetings, everyone, boys and ghouls, and welcome to another spooktacular edition of WYTR's Radio Theatre. Today, we at WYTR check out an assortment of spine-tingling tales from our creepy collection of haunted house stories. So brace yourselves, friends, and try not to scream as we cross the threshold and step inside the house.
There's nothing here. It's a room in a house. Four walls. I'm not afraid.
Who are you?
I can't find my mother.
What are you doing here?
I can't find my mother.
Murderer! You killed me! Murderer!
Do you believe in haunted houses? Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe ghosts make a place haunted? Or are houses evil to begin with? Do you believe in evil? It's an interesting thing to think about. What do you believe? Have you ever been scared into believing? Not that it matters. I will tell you the truth. There are ghosts. There are evil houses. And there's nothing you can do to stop what's going to happen in any of them. Let's start, shall we? Our first house and the lost ghost. A husband, a wife, and a child. The poor child.
I can't find my mother.
You see, the child was found after a week in the back bedroom on the first floor, abandoned, frozen.
I can't find my mother.
Get to your room! The house has never been able to shake the cold, or its reputation. Anyone who has tried to stay between these walls, well...
I was upstairs. It was super cold for September. It might have even been the first frost that night. I was watching the sunset out the window when... Hello? Hello? Who's there? It's so cold. Who's there? Who are you?
I was doing the dishes. All of a sudden, everything went cold. I could see my breath. Inside the house, it felt like a blanket of cold.
I can't find my mother.
Who are you?
I can't find my mother.
What are you doing here? You look frozen.
I can't find my mother.
People couldn't take it. So what happened?
Get to your room. Do you hear me? Get out of my sight. No, no, no!
I can't find my mother.
Hello, hello! Thank you for coming. Hello, hi, how are you? Thank you, I do look marvelous. I only wear New York. There's nothing in Boston that even comes close to being acceptable. Darling, open up another bottle of champagne.
Anything for you, my love.
Darling, do you really have to leave tonight?
I do, and don't worry if you don't hear from me. I'll be in meetings day and night. It's going to be very intense. I'm not even sure when I'm coming home.
I will wait with bated breath till your return.
Wait until you see the presents I bring back. Something beautiful for my beautiful lady.
Oh, how sweet. John, you do too much for me.
Papa.
And something shiny for my little princess. Or doll. How about that?
Don't spoil her. She doesn't need anything.
Nonsense. Little girls are meant to be spoiled.
Her skirt is so dirty. What did I tell you about staying clean? Go to your room.
The husband, who seemed so intent on telling the wife not to worry, disappeared.
Darling, don't worry if you don't hear from me.
Rumor has it that he skipped town with company money. Weeks went by, and the wife had no idea what had happened, which mostly explains her behavior.
Good morning, ma'am. Would you like toast with your eggs?
Of course, I want toast. I always want toast. Are you stupid?
Have you heard from Mr. Stoop, ma'am?
What?
Have you heard from him? When is he coming home?
You're fired. Don't finish the day.
Ma'am.
Get out! Get out of my sight!
Certainly she was upset, but rumor has it she was always like this to everyone around her.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I must give notice. I'll be giving my 2-week notice.
I thought I could stay longer, but circumstances have changed. Here's my notice.
Just get out! Do you think I care about your excuses? Mama, look at you with your stupid, sad face. You won't get any pity from me. If you're hungry, you'll earn supper. The dishes need doing. If you want to eat, get to work. What are you standing there for? Go!
Miss Stoop, I'm sorry you're having trouble keeping staff.
It doesn't matter. That's why I'm here. I don't need anyone for a while. I'm going down south to spend some time with my mother. While things settle down here.
Oh, your daughter will love to see her grandparents. Won't that be wonderful?
What? Oh, yes, she will. And when I get back, I'll be going with a new agency.
And so the house stood empty. Empty long enough for people to gossip.
How long has she been gone?
Weeks.
Good riddance.
Heavens!
I know. It's not very neighborly, but there was a mean streak in that woman. That's all I'm saying. She barely said hello to me when we passed on the street. Did she ever greet you with the smallest of pleasantries? Did she ever invite you in for tea?
No, but still.
I'm not surprised your husband skipped town.
Heavens!
Am I wrong?
Still. I'm sure it's nothing.
What?
It's nothing. I'm sure I thought I heard crying last week. It's nothing.
In the house?
It was probably the wind. It couldn't have been. No, I'm being ridiculous.
What did it sound like?
It couldn't have been what I think. It must have been the business little girl. She wasn't feeling well last week.
You heard a child crying.
It isn't what I think. She went with her mother, didn't she?
Of course she did.
I can't find my mother. Should we check?
You will stay in this room until I get back. Am I clear? And don't make any noise. Understand? Don't make a single sound.
Little one.
This door is locked.
I think I can get it open.
I can't find my mother.
Oh no!
I can't find my mother. She's frozen solid.
Wake up!
Hello? Where is everyone?
Now you show up? Now you do?
Why? What's the matter?
Where's your wife?
What?
Don't you know? Don't you know what she's done?
My princess!
I can't find my mother.
No, John, please, no.
And now, the little lost one is without a mother, or a father, or indeed her very life itself.
I can't find my mother.
She wanders the halls, making things so cold, always looking for the one who did her wrong. Don't we love our mothers no matter what they do?
I can't find my mother. I can't find my mother. I can't find my mother.
I love a haunted house. You might say I'm connected to them. I love the way they creak and moan. Yes, just like that. The thought of it makes all the little hairs go up on the back of your neck, doesn't it? A house lets you know if it doesn't want you there. Houses have memories. Walls have echoes. A house breathes. Is that a ghost's doing? Who's to say? Every town in every country has at least one haunted house. You might say the haunted house is a necessary part of every community. What would we do without something to fear? Shall we visit another? What happened in the house of Don Juan Manuel? The house of Don Juan Manuel stands in Mexico City. In its time, it was a beautiful house, large and expansive, with a tall wall surrounding the property. You can tell it used to be quite a fine building. To this day, even in its dilapidated state, it is a much larger house than those that surround it. Don Juan Manuel never let his status affect the neighborhood. He was always known as a generous person. That was one of the stories about him.
Thank you so much, Don Manuel.
He never let those in need suffer. It's hard not to look at the house. It pulls you in. In its day, it was a house with power. Don Juan was a powerful man. It was also a house filled with jealousy.
Don't you think it's a beautiful day today, Juan?
Not as beautiful as you. What are you doing today?
My darling, I wanted to go to the market.
Certainly you could do that, but I'd prefer you didn't. We have people to go to the market. I think that you should stay inside our walls. You can sit in the garden if you want to enjoy the day.
Of course, Juan.
Today, no one lives in the house of Don Juan Manuel. There are stories, many stories about Don Juan. Don Juan was a rich man in a position of power.
With power comes responsibility.
With power comes unhappiness. There are those who were unhappy Don Juan had so much power.
His wife Elena was beautiful.
Did those people whisper stories into Don Juan's ear about infidelity? Who knows?
She must be cheating.
Must be cheating
She
on.
must be.
So many voices.
There's a man.
There's a man at the bakery.
Who's she speaking to?
Who's she speaking to in the
She
window?
must be
She must be
cheating.
cheating on.
She must be.
She must be.
She must be.
Good morning, my darling.
Good morning. What are you doing today?
I was hoping to go to the park. Everything is so green.
The park. And who are you meeting at the park?
No one. I just wanted to go for a walk.
You will stay here.
Jealousy is a powerful creature.
Don Juan's jealousy grew so that he asked his nephew to come from overseas.
I want you to watch Elena every second. Understand?
Yes, sir, of course.
She must be cheating on me. I need proof. I know she's unfaithful. I must have proof.
Who will he ask?
There's no one I trust. If my enemies knew what I was thinking,
Who will he ask? Perhaps he needs to go down to the Salgado.
I must go down to the Salgado. I must go underground. I must find.
Who will he ask? Someone with a smile and without a shadow?
I must find the gray one.
Why, that's me.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? How can I be of service?
You're the only one who can help me. There's no one else.
If you think so, I'm happy to do what I can. What do you desire?
I must know who my wife is having an affair with.
And what will you sell for this information? Will you part with your most important asset?
What's that?
Your soul, of course.
My soul.
There are those who are very interested in gathering that precious cargo.
Yes, of course. I'll do it. I must know.
The deal is done. And what will you do when you have this information? What will you do when this man reveals himself?
I will enact my revenge.
And so it shall be.
What do I have to do?
It is very simple. Step outside your house at 11 p.m. The first man you see, kill him. He is the one. He is the cause of your jealousy.
I will do it.
And that is exactly what Don Juan Manuel did. He waited impatiently for 11 to strike.
Step out of the house. See the first man. Excuse me, do you know the time?
Yes, it's 11 o'clock.
Then you're a lucky man.
How so?
You know the exact time of your death. I did it! I did it!
Oh, Don Manuel, I'm so sorry.
What?
You've killed the wrong man.
What?
I'm so sorry. You'll have to do it again.
Again? You want me to kill another man?
Why, yes, it's critical that you enact your revenge. That is part of the deal. Tomorrow at 11 p.m., step outside your house and kill the first man you see. And the next evening at 11 p.m., Don Manuel stepped outside his house.
Excuse me, do you know the time?
Yes, it's 11 o'clock.
Then you're a lucky man.
How so?
You know the exact time of your death. I did it.
Oh, Don Manuel, I am so sorry.
How could it be the wrong man? He was the only one there at the right time.
And yet, he was. You'll have to do it again.
If you could just point out the man, then I wouldn't have to kill an innocent.
I must leave now, but when I return after the deed, then you'll know you've enacted your revenge.
And if you don't appear?
Then you'll have to do it again.
You've tricked me!
Have I?
I refuse to do this anymore. I won't do this.
Oh, Don Manuel, you have sold your soul. You will do exactly as I tell you. And what I tell you is that you must enact your revenge. You must have vengeance. You must kill this man.
And if I don't?
The punishment for not doing so is far worse than you could ever imagine. Will you risk that, Don Manuel?
All right.
And so Don Manuel began his march of death.
Don Manuel, we must tell you.
What is it?
There's been another murder at your doorstep.
How awful.
You must be careful. I would not leave your house at night. There's clearly a dangerous man in the area.
Don Manuel began his ascent into madness. The trap was set and never ending.
Excuse me. Do you know the time?
Yes, it's 11 o'clock.
Then you're a lucky man.
How so?
You know the exact time of your death.
And the one without a shadow never returned. Every night, Don Juan stepped out of his house. Until one night.
Excuse me. Do you know the time?
Yes, it's 11 o'clock.
Then you're a lucky man.
How so?
You know the exact time of your death.
And the next morning, when the police came to his house, this time they brought a body.
Is this your nephew?
Oh no.
In his thirst for revenge, Don Manuel had killed someone he truly loved.
I must confess. I must confess. I must repent for what I have done. I will pray for forgiveness on the steps of the cathedral.
And so Don Manuel made a plan to leave his house late in the evening so no one would see him and pray for forgiveness on the steps of the cathedral.
Murderer, murderer, murderer.
But try as he might, he could not leave the house. It was like someone or something was holding him back.
I must pray for forgiveness. I must confess. Let me be.
You killed me. Killed me.
But try as he might, every time he tried to leave his house, a force held him back.
You killed me. You killed me. You killed me. You killed me. Murderer. No forgiveness for murderers. You killed me. Murderer.
Don Manuel's victims had joined him in his home.
Stop it, please.
No forgiveness for murderers. You killed me. Murderer.
Through the night, hour after hour, Manuel tried to leave.
You killed me. Murderer.
I must repent.
And time after time, he was stopped.
Murderer. You killed me. Murderer. You killed me.
I can't get the voices out of my ears. The dead, the ringing of the bells. I must find solace for these crimes. It's not my fault. I must repent. Let me be. Please let me be.
What happened next? No one was there to witness. But Don Juan was found swinging from the branches of the house's big oak tree. Perhaps someone looking out of their window at the right time, they would have seen a burst of flame and a puff of smoke, and no one died on the doorstep of Don Juan Manuel evermore.
You killed me. You killed me. Murderer. You killed me. Murderer. No forgiveness for murderers. You killed me. Murderer.
And no one ever stayed in the house ever again. For those who did, never found a moment's peace.
You killed me. You killed me. Murderer. You killed me. Murderer. No forgiveness for murderers. You killed me. Murderer.
The victims of Don Juan Manuel took up the corners of this large and expansive home, and they want everyone to know that they are there and why they are there.
You killed me. You killed me. Murderer. You killed me. Murderer. No forgiveness for murderers. You killed me. Murderer.
They walked the halls, looking for Don Manuel to satisfy their own revenge over and over again.
You killed me. Killed me. Murderer. Murderer. You killed me. Murderer. No forgiveness for murderers. You killed me. Murderer.
Oh, poor Don Juan Manuel. How tragic. That is very much a house haunted by ghosts. This last story, though, my favorite if I may say so, this last story is of a house haunted by itself.
Nish, I know it's been a while, but we had some pretty good times, and right now, I could really use a laugh.
Of course I'll come. I don't leave for school for another month, and my parents are driving me crazy.
Roderick?
Uh-huh.
That's his name?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember any Roderick. Roderick Usher?
His parents named him Roderick?
Uh-huh.
And that's what he goes by?
He did in middle school.
He did? Why don't I remember him?
And no one tried to beat him up?
Jeffrey!
It's an odd name for a kid.
How long are you going?
I don't know, a week, maybe more.
But you have to get ready.
I'm ready.
No, yeah, the kid's ready.
You aren't. There's weeks of packing and errands. There's so many errands. You have to do errands with me. I'm pretty sure that I'm ready.
Yeah, the kid's ready.
You can't go to school if you're not ready. How will you cope?
Is there something wrong?
You want to go to the usher's house?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're expecting me.
You're expected at the usher's house. The ushers.
Why is that so hard to believe?
Have you ever been to the usher's house?
No. I know Roderick.
You do?
Why is that so hard to believe?
Huh. All right, let's go. You'll see soon enough. There you go. House of the Ushers.
Oh.
Yeah, oh. See?
I guess it's
Dark, dreary, filled with gloom, depressing, bleak, decaying, desolate, a sickness to the soul.
Yes, that. But something else. It feels like...
What?
It feels like the house. It's looking at me.
That too. You know about the family? There's none of them left. Just him and his sister.
His parents are dead?
They're all dead. Here's my direct number. When you want to go, call me.
It won't be that bad.
When you want to go, you'll really want to go.
Okay, thanks. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine. It's just a house, 4 walls, a ceiling and a floor, windows and doors. It's not looking at me. It's my imagination. The fungus isn't growing as I look at it. It's a crumbling house because it's old. The wood is rotting because that's what houses do. It's not because it's evil or anything. Right? Right. Why would I even say that? Houses can't be evil. Why am I talking to myself? It's just a house. Hello, I'm Nish. I'm here to see Roderick.
Yes, you are expected.
That's right. I'm supposed to be here.
Yes,
Can I come in?
come in.
It's pretty dark in here.
Yes, we don't pay our electricity bills.
What? Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's great. Listen, has anyone ever said it's like the house is looking at you?
No.
Oh, okay. Some banter good, some not. Mental note.
Mr. Usher will see you in the study.
Okay, great. How do you become a butler anyway?
I'm a valet.
Oh, is that different?
Yes.
Oh, could I know the difference?
A butler is in charge of an entire household. A valet looks after one individual.
Oh, like Roderick.
Indeed.
Who knew? Today I learned a new thing.
Congratulations.
What?
Good evening, Doctor.
Who is this?
A friend of Roderick's.
A friend?
Indeed.
We went to school together. Middle school. We haven't seen each other in a couple of years.
How is Miss Madeline tonight?
The same, I'm afraid.
Is she sick? Does she have the same thing as Roderick? Okay, bad question. Mental note.
Let me take you to the study. Good evening, Doctor.
Nish!
Roddy, how are you?
No one calls me Roddy. You know I hate it.
I know.
It's good to see you.
You look like crap.
Don't I? It's been a crappy year.
And your sister is sick too? What's going on here?
Well, me and my sister aren't suffering in the same way. Hers is more of a family evil.
Evil?
I'm sorry, poor choice of words.
It's, nothing to do with the house then?
No, why would you say that?
Well, houses can have a lot of stuff in them that can make you sick. My mom made my dad rip up all of the laminate flooring in our house because she read somewhere that laminate flooring has formaldehyde in it. And that fungus that's growing all over the outside of your house, it looks like mold. And mold can be super toxic, according to my mom. She's like a mold detective, and you look like you've come in contact with 1 or 2 toxic things.
We don't have any laminate flooring here.
I guess you don't. So what's the plan? Do you have a movie marathon in you?
Star Wars? Madeline won't watch them.
You're not going to make me watch 1 to 3, are you?
All or none. They're all part of the canon.
They suck so bad.
All or none.
Fine, whatever. Let's get some light in this place.
No! Don't.
Okay. Mental note. No lights.
Sorry. I should have said my condition has heightened some of my senses.
Wow.
Wow, exactly. I can't even eat properly, it's so annoying.
This has been a crappy year.
It has. Speaking of eating, just because I can't eat doesn't mean you can't.
What kind of sounds bug you? I don't want to do anything that will hurt your ears.
It changes all the time, but sometimes I do hear the house shifting.
Well, houses do that, don't they? Sure they do. And Madeline has a different illness?
Yes, it's an apathy. She's wasting away.
That's awful.
When she dies, so die the ushers. We're the last of the line.
Oh, don't say that.
It's unavoidable. We're going to die. Both of us. Sooner rather than later. I'm sorry, that was morbid.
Yeah, death is always tough. My mom refuses to...
Shh.
What?
She walks.
Who, Madeline?
We can't talk. Shh.
Where is she? Oh, she looks so pale.
It's because she only walks at night.
Really? At least she's moving. That's a good sign, isn't it?
Soon, she may not even be able to walk at all.
Huh.
What?
There's something in the air?
Yes.
There's something in the air around her. Madeline. The air just got, I don't know, thicker?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't feel it, huh? It's kind of ominous. Like, everywhere she goes, it follows her. Like, if she asked me to do something, I couldn't refuse. Huh, I wonder what would cause that.
You have an active imagination.
It's not hard. I mean, this is Haunted House 101. If you look up haunted houses in the dictionary, there's a picture of this house.
I don't know what you mean. It's just a house.
Sure. It does have more than a fair share of mold.
There's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong.
Sure, it's your house. You would know. Speaking purely as an outsider, I would say...
Mr. Usher, you must come at once.
That's awful. That's so awful.
Yeah.
And you're not coming home?
That's so awful.
Not yet.
Why not?
He doesn't have anyone to help him through this.
Just awful.
It's not your job, Nish.
And tragic.
Dad, his sister just died. His twin sister. I can't leave him alone.
I wish you would.
Why?
And distressing.
I did some research on the Ushers.
What?
I don't think you know what you're getting into. Even with that friend of yours, that family, bad things follow them. That house is bad.
It's just a house.
I'd rather you weren't in the thick of it.
Do you think he'd like a lasagna?
What? No.
Everyone likes lasagna.
He doesn't want one. I gotta go. Hey, I was just talking to my parents. Totally annoying. I can't wait till I get out of them. You know, maybe I should go and leave? I don't want to intrude on any family stuff.
No, don't go. I actually would like it if you stayed. I'm glad you were here.
Okay, then I'm going to stay. Do you want to talk?
No.
Okay, no talking. Why don't I put a movie on? That way we can both pretend to watch something.
No. I have to ask you something.
Okay.
I have to do something, but quickly, before the doctor and Ash get back with the death certificate.
Okay.
I need to bury Madeline in a special coffin and put her in the family tomb under the house.
Okay.
Everything is prepared.
Shouldn't you have the coroner, handle her?
No, they'll want to inspect and analyze her body, and I won't have it. I won't have it. Do you trust me?
Sure.
Will you do what I say and not ask any questions?
I think my questions are not out of the question.
Do you trust me?
Sure.
We're going to put her in the special coffin, then we'll put the coffin in the vault behind an iron door under the house. There cannot be any light.
This seems like a lot of trouble just to keep her away from scientists. That isn't a question, that's a statement. This seems excessive.
They will come for her.
Who's coming to houses and taking bodies away like this?
I thought I told you no questions.
I don't think anyone anyone is getting in or out of this.
I told you, everything is prepared. Now, would you put the final nail in? I can't do it.
I don't think anyone is going to be able to.
Just do it, please.
What do we do now?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
I don't want to talk about
it. Here's a question. Did I make a mistake? Do I have to admit to my dad this was a mistake? Do I have to call a guy to come get me? His sister just died. We just put her in a coffin and carried her underground. He's allowed to act a little odd, crazy. This is not normal. But my sister didn't just die. Why am I talking to myself?
Nothing.
Hey, Roderick, wanna watch a movie? Or pretend to watch a movie?
It's nothing.
Roddy?
Did you hear that?
What?
That! Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything out of the normal noises this house makes anyway. It's a pretty noisy place if that's what you mean.
You'll have to eat dinner by yourself. I'm not hungry. I'm sending all the staff away, but the kitchen is fully stocked. Now, help yourself.
I'm not leaving. I'm not abandoning my friend when he's going through this. Whatever this is. Okay. I'm not afraid. Why should I? There's nothing here. It's a room in a house. 4 walls. I'm not afraid. It's a floor and a ceiling. Windows and doors. I'm not afraid. That noise is perfectly normal. There's a perfect explanation.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
I do.
You know what that is, don't you?
Should I? This sounds like heavy grinding metal. What is it?
I tried. I've had a plan. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Of course you were.
I don't want to die.
Roderick?
She's coming for me.
Who?
Madeline, she's coming for me.
Madeline is dead.
No. I tried.
We put her in the coffin.
She was supposed to stay dead.
We nailed the lid shut. The coffin is in the vault, underground.
She's been scratching at the coffin lid for hours. She's calling to me. I tried to ignore her. I tried to shut it out. I tried to keep her away. She's coming!
She can't do that!
There's nothing I can do to stop her. I tried.
What are you talking about? Calm down, Roderick. Calm down!
I tried to stop the cycle. I tried to stop her. I tried to fight it. I put her deep in the ground. It was the only thing I could think to do. I don't want to die. I don't want to die at her hand. Now it seems that everything I did was useless. The house is helping her. The house wants me to die. The house has set her free. She will come for me no matter what I do. I have heard her for hours. I heard her scratch at the lid of the coffin. She's blown the iron door open, and now she stands at the door. No!
What's happening? You have to leave. The house is unhappy.
What?
The house is coming for you.
No!
Run!
The answer to your question is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you think a house is haunted, or it's ghosts who haunt the house. The ghosts feed off the house feeds off the ghosts. Evil is everywhere. Isn't that the best end to a ghost story? Or a haunted house story? Take your pick. You've known something bad was going to happen since the very beginning. And you couldn't change the events if you tried. Good night, and stay out of houses that don't belong to you. If you dare.
Thank you for visiting the house, and do come again if you dare. Thanks also to our friends at the University of St. Francis Department of Music Technology, WBOI 89.1 FM, Theatre Folk Publishing, playwright Lindsay Price, director Kimberly Gearhart, and the WYTR players Scarlett Baggett, Kennedy Byers, Julia Carter, Micah Harrington, Mila Kempf, Rowan Magner, Emmeline McCarthy, Eli Perez, and Colin Vanderford. To learn more about the Fort Wayne Youth Theater, visit fortwayneyouththeater.org. On behalf of everyone here at WYTR Radio Theater in Fort Wayne, Indiana, thank you